Good morning, afternoon, or evening nap. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and today I'm gonna just be doing some basic makeup and talk to you about an interesting person that I came across named Anne Dufourmantelle. Dufourmantelle, something like that. She's French. Yeah, let's get started. First of all, we're gonna start out with our Nars Pore and Shine Control Primer. A little boop, 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 boop. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you, it's been a tiring week this week. Probably doesn't help that it's raining today, hence my crazy hair. Oh, I get mask lines. Great, fun, yay, pandemic life, right? I got a new foundation. It's a medium coverage foundation, so it's not going to be quite as flawless looking on camera, I don't think. But we're gonna try it out. It's It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation. Yeah, and I am Fair Neutral 11. Gotta love those neutral undertones. Let's dab it on. I needed something that was just a little less heavy because my skin has been feeling it lately. And I've used it before, but I used their cream to powder foundation. I am glad that this color match worked fairly well though, because I could not try it on in the store. Oh, mask lines. How long are you gonna stay there, bud? I would really appreciate it if you would exit my face. Post haste. Most haste? With most haste? Utmost haste? Whatever the most Bridgerton phrase would be. That's a good show if you haven't seen it, by the way. A plus show. That'll go away on its own, and it took the red down, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bam, put a little bit of my Boi-ing Benefit Concealer on. My eyes are definitely looking a bit tired. Gotta love chronic stomach stuff, man. It'll do a number on your skin and your face. Hopefully gonna find out what is bothering my stomach. New game show called What's Bothering My Stomach Today? Not a fun game show. Let's get started. Sorry. Let me use my Paul and Joe setting powder. Oh, this actually worked pretty well. So, Anne Dufourmantelle was 53 years old when she died. She was born in 64, died in 2017. So, a modern philosopher / psychoanalyst and a woman. Oh my gosh, crazy combo, am I right? We never hear about women psychoanalysts or philosophers unless it's like one of the three big names. And I actually went out of my way to search for women philosophers and psychoanalysts because I just wanted to see. I needed some diversification of my knowledge, right? So I found this article in Big Think that talked about notable women philosophers. And it gave, I want to say like 10 to 15 names. That'll be linked down below. That's where all my articles are always listed, along with product names in case I don't say something or I just say it really quick and nobody can understand me, which is a possibility. I'm gonna go in with my Nars Leguna bronzer. On my contour. Oh yeah, let's get contoured up. This article, because it had so many different women in it and it was like one of those top 10 lists, didn't really give a lot of specifics on any of the women, so I tried to do more digging on it. But I think for this particular woman, it's interesting. The two sentences is basically just what's on repeat for a lot of internet research that I did. Those two sentences are mostly a quote, just a little paraphrasing here and there. Her philosophy was on risk-taking, particularly the notion that to truly live, we must take risks, often considerable ones. She discussed the notion of security, which frowns on risk while also leaving a void in our existence. She authored 30 books. And let me tell you, even though she authored 30 books, I could not find a lot of research on her philosophy, on if she did any studies, without like going through and having to purchase said books or read like a whole entire book. There was no snapshot articles. There's no people just talking about her and breaking it down. I'm gonna use my Jouer Blush Duo palette in my Rose Petal shade. And I was like, what the heck? She's supposed to be a notable woman philosopher. So where are the people talking about her notable women philosophy thing? I mean, she obviously had a very set opinion. She had something that she wanted to talk about. So Where's the disconnect, you know? She's also contemporary. She should have stuff on the internet. There should have been stuff coming out about her that is more up to date, right? Oh, cat butt. All right, Aurora Lights BH Cosmetics palette in shade Kaleidoscope. It doesn't look pink on my brush because my brush is dirty. Aha! I'm gonna use the Morphe Artistry palette. I'm pretty sure this, 35V Stunning Vibes Artistry palette, but I should do my eyebrows first. I'm gonna break out my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. And also, I'm gonna bring out my Nars, where is, I don't think Nars is a brand. I'm gonna bring out my NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. I am going to, I think I'm gonna start out with the Control Freak and attempt to do a fluffy brow. In theory, I could probably do this without the clear gel for the eyebrows, but I do have some baby hairs on my face that I don't really want to make bigger, you know? Ah, there we are. Fluff, cute, works pretty decent, and I'm just gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade to hopefully give just a bit of definition for some of those tail items. I'm not trying to make it super crazy. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more defined down there. Yeah, I think that's a fluffy brow. I don't know how to do this. I'm not a professional. I just look at stuff and I guess sometimes. Now that I've got my brows done, I'm gonna put on some Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. So much eyeshadow primer on my fingers. Oh gosh, I think Andrea just pooped. Well, you don't have a cat in here when you're filming. Ooh. Do not set your eyeshadow primer because it's going to make a perfect base to get all of that eyeshadow just stuck right on there. Hi, Andrea. You okay? You want me to go for this one? I guess I'm going for this one then. And I'm gonna take that in my crease, kind of like a deep brown. If I can find shade names, I will post them below. Otherwise, I will try and point them out. So that 2 sentences on our dear Anne Dufourmantelle. She had a lot of stuff going for her. She had written so many books. She had done a lot of lectures, most of which I think you can find on YouTube. But as far as getting like recognition from media, it seems that the only thing that really caused her recognition was her death, which happens often, I believe, with people who are doing good life work, but maybe life work that people don't really want to talk about at the moment. Artists are always more famous post-mortem. But usually with like fine artists, their art is still kind of the famous aspect, like their life's work. With our dear Anne, it seems to be her philosophy on risk-taking and such is focused on, but it is also done rather irreverently, I would say, with a slight lack of respect, in other words. I'm also going to take, see, any of this lighter shade here as kind of a medium in between to kind of transition. Probably should have done that medium shade first and then built up that dark shade. We're gonna go back and we'll fix it. We'll fix it, it'll be okay. Hi, Andrea, again. So, our dear Anne here, and this is what the media loved, talk about how ironic her death was, because she died trying to save some drowning children, which the media then took to mean, oh, she died doing the thing that she loved, risk. And that is literally like the headline people used. Famous philosopher dies as she lived, taking risk. Her philosophy is all about how you need to take risk in order to live fully. But if you don't take risk, then are you truly living, or is there a void inside of you? And that risk, I think, is like pushing yourself to go beyond what you necessarily think are your abilities in that moment, to push for growth and push in the direction that you want, to not be settled in your pursuit for growth and change, I guess. I would say that's probably accurate. I'm gonna go back in with that brown that I used before, and I'm gonna darken up that outer V and kind of that bottom part there. I probably should also get one more transition shade on the top as well. Okay, and let's get an extra light shade. Just this one's lighter. And I'm gonna try and just make that transition even more transition-y, I guess. Give myself a little bit of brow bone back with these feathered brows. I'm gonna go in with my Boi-ing Cakeless concealer and a flat brush and cut that crease. There we are, and let's take my little tiny brush and go in. Oh man, I love this like rosy shade here. And I'm gonna take that over my lid. Make your standard cut crease thing. Oh, such a pretty shade. I'll probably even do this with my finger and get like really pack it in there. Sometimes glitter shimmers work really well with your finger. Man, I love that. Take our dark brown again and like pop that V, trying to learn the names of the things. So this is the V, the outer V, I guess, of the eye. And it is key when you do in a cut crease. Or like a traditional cut crease. Ooh, that's super pretty. Okay, and let's take a pinky and go in with this pretty lighter version of that shade. I have to use the pinky now because every other finger is too big for that corner. Gotta be careful. Ooh, man. I definitely just touched my nose. Man, I like that. That's so pretty. My cut crease did a little weird things over here, so I'm just gonna try and make sure I really darken that crease zone with that darker shade again. Oh man, that's a pretty color, but because I'm taking risks today, like Anne would have wanted me to, I'm going to take my concealer and try and add a nice little line right where that cut crease is, really define it. I say try because this brush, I'm not gonna use that one. My eyebrow brush, because that's like the tightest one I have, but I don't want my eyebrow color in there. Yeah, that'll work, hopefully. Taking risks. Ooh, so many media outlets decided to post about how she died, how she wanted everyone to live, taking risk, you know, doing the thing. And I just think that's kind of disrespectful, like mad disrespectful. She died trying to save some kids from drowning. The kids did end up getting saved by lifeguards, but she could not be brought back, unfortunately. But I find that to be an interesting thing with the way media portrays people who are trying to push for societal change, right? Now that I have my line, I'm gonna take my NYX glitter primer and try and get that in that little creasy zone. I'm gonna add some glitter to this, cause why the heck not? The media has this tendency to take people who are thinking outside of the box, and if they fail, if they step back, or if they do something that is in theory ironic to what they're pushing for, they oftentimes get heavily criticized for it. Oftentimes without like the understanding that we are human and sometimes we err, right? I don't remember who said that, some philosopher. We err because we're human, something like that. So this is some NYX glitter in Beauty Beam. Hopefully only pop that on that line. Ugh, with glitter you never know though. It could go everywhere. Probably be easier if I had like some bigger glitter I could put in the inside and then used the little glitter towards like the tapered part. Oh my gosh. Well, that's pretty. Okay, let's pop on some Point Made One Size Bodacious Black by Patrick Starr eyeliner. But I think that when people are refusing to tell you somebody's like full life work and just trying to reduce down their accomplishments or studies to like one or two sentences, it's always worth a further look to see maybe what is actually going on there. In this case, I would really like to know more about Dufourmantelle, and if I wanted to, I could do a lot more research, but it's not like a medium level of research. It would be like I'd have to do a full deep dive to get an actual understanding of who she is, which is a thing that is most certainly, it's very possible to do. It also just takes a lot of work and a lot of time. Okay, so this is LA Girl Shockwave neon eyeliner in shade Screamin', and I'm going to take it in my waterline because why not? Let's get a little bit of 24/7 Urban Decay Glide on eye pencil in Perversion and go right below that yellow, make a nice dramatic lash line. But I am a little curious, Naps, enough about the media, what your thoughts are on risk-taking. Do you think that the risk makes things better, like taking risks puts you in a better position? Do you think that taking risks is unnecessary and dangerous to stability that you have? Do you find that maybe a certain amount of risk is appropriate, but after it gets past a certain point, it is no longer helpful or useful? Let me know. I'm going to use my Clinique High Impact Mascara, and I think today I'm going to be using Too Faced Melted Matte Into You. Ooh, I'm trying to get more comfortable with these softer toned lips. Also, Naps, though, how do you feel about the media and how they choose to portray people who have out-of-the-box thinking? Do you think they could do a better job on it? How do you think they could do a better job on it? If you're gonna give criticism, it should be constructive. Pop on some Bewitched lashes from Hellbites Beauty. Oh man, these are gonna be fun. It's gonna take this look to a very dramatic level. But I'll be back in just a moment. And there we go. I think the Stevie from Schitt's Creek type shirt really complements the gigantic lashes and over-the-top glam makeup we did here today. But that's just my opinion. You know, my personal philosophies, I would say, probably do line up a little bit more with our dear friend Anne Dufourmantelle. In that, if you do want to do things, you are going to have to take risk. At some point in your life, you had to take risk to learn how to walk. You had to take risk to learn whatever it is that you do, whatever your job is. And some people might say educational settings aren't risk, but it can be. It's financial risk, certainly. You want to know that your risk is going to pay off. You are planning on trying to do something that is out of your comfort zone, and you are trying to push yourself to learn, to grow, to create. Sorry, this lash is not quite all the way glued down in there yet. Then the only way to do it is commit. You know, you just gotta commit until you feel like you've given it a solid chance. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching today, Naps. I will see you here next week on my channel for some other philosophy, psychology thing, or maybe just a rambles. Who knows? I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts and opinions and stuff. It helps me out with the algorithm. It also helps me out knowing what you guys are interested in. I hope you have a lovely day. All right, Naps. Bye.